हाँ जी, आप सभी को नमस्कार। तो आज हम हैं यूनिवर्सिटी के बहुत ही होनहार स्टूडेंट्स के साथ और जो कि मैथ्स के अंदर पीएचडी कर रहे हैं। तो मिलिए मिस्टर कौशिक पाल जी से। हेलो कौशिक पाल सर, कैसे हैं? एंड मिस्टर विक्रम जी, हेलो।
हेलो।
तो अब मैं इन दोनों से गुजारिश करूंगा, पहले मिस्टर कौशिक पाल जी कि थोड़ा अपने बारे में बताइए, इंट्रोड्यूस योरसेल्फ एंड देन मिस्टर।
Hi, I'm Kaushik Paul and I'm from India, Calcutta, and I'm in fourth year of PhD in mathematics here in NUI Galway, which is currently named as University of Galway.
Okay.
Hi, I am Vikrant Pratap. I am currently in second year of PhD in applied mathematics at the University of Galway.
Okay.
I joined University of Galway in the year 2021.
Okay. So guys, I'll tell you one thing, that in our university there are 4 divisions in maths. So we'll talk about these divisions from the PhD holders. So please.
So basically there are 4 divisions in mathematics, or the School of Mathematics in University of Galway. So 4 of them are mathematics, applied mathematics, bioinformatics and statistics.
Okay, perfect. So this question is for you, Vikramji, that why you chose this university?
When I was applying for the PhD, so my preference was to apply in the Europe only, and then I was looking for a PhD position in machine learning, and also my criteria was that I was looking for colleges which were not asking for the GRE score, because at that time I was late in applying for the PhD and I had no time to give the GRE exam, and this was one of the colleges which I found, in which I found PhD of my particular area, that is machine learning, which was interesting to me, and they were not asking for any GRE score, so I applied here.
Okay, perfect. Very good answer. And same question for you, Paul sir. Why you landed here in University of Galway?
So basically I belong from a mathematical background from undergrad, and I was also pursuing masters back in India, and I was looking for PhDs all over the world. My preferences were US, UK, these 2 places mostly, but then there are particular fields in mathematics that I was interested in. I got admission call from universities in America, but the fees are very high there. And for the first year I needed to pay fees, but also I wanted to do mostly research and less on learning background. Well, PhD itself is a learning thing, so you learn over the years. So basically the field I was interested in is called representation theory, and I was looking for people or experts who on this field, and then I found someone in this university I wanted to work with, so I thought I'd apply here and I got selected, and since then I'm here.
Oh, perfect. So next question is for Mr. Vikramji. So how is your journey in the PhD life? Like what is your normal routine, what you do, and one more thing, like what is the procedure to get admission here?
Okay, so getting PhD admission in any European college or across the globe, there may be 2 different ways. One is the open PhD funded position, and second is a competitive PhD funded position. Open PhD funded position are those in which the scholarships are already given, and in the competitive PhD position, there are those PhD position in which you have to apply like there is a merit query in our Ireland web IRC. So in these cases we apply first, and if our application gets accepted, then we apply for the PhD position in the university. So but in my case it was it was already a fully funded PhD position, so I did not have to apply any separate application for the scholarship.
So you both have scholarship here.
Yeah.
Yes.
You don't have to do any part-time or anything.
Well, basically it depends. The scholarship pays the minimum amount for you to survive in Galway. Well, it's not minimum, it's above minimum, but then again, all the expenses are increasing. They also pay for your college fees, so you don't have any fees. The only things that you have to handle from the scholarship are basically your living costs, your rent, your bills, and such things. Otherwise, there are options to work here in the university. You can be a graduate teaching assistant, and you can help the lecturers to build up course and give tutorials.
All this is they will pay for it.
Yes, they pay pretty well for it, and it's mostly almost double the amount they pay per hour outside the university. So here you get twice that amount almost. And also there are lab, so you can assist in the labs and other things. So these things are also there.
Okay, so like if someone has no scholarship, is not on any scholarship, so he can survive here.
Well, it's difficult to survive here without any scholarship, but then again, there are options. By the visa rules, the student visa lets you work for 20 hours a week.
Okay.
And people here are already trying to increase those many hours. So basically, you will still be able to work 20 hours a week alongside your PhD work, but that's going to be a little bit difficult if you don't have a scholarship.
Okay, so scholarship is the major part, and then all other things.
In my opinion, yes.
Okay, perfect.
So
So
to add to this, like
yes.
if you don't have a scholarship, then paying fees also with a part-time work will be very, very difficult, because fees is also very high for PhD students also, right? Even if you work for 20 hours a week, that will hardly cover your living cost. So it will be difficult for you to pay the college fees also.
Okay, perfect.
So scholarship is must for the PhD students.
Is there any research collaboration, anything in PhD in maths?
Yeah, so it depends. Like suppose in my case, we had applied for a national challenge in which our poet was lectured, so we got a funding for that project. So we are basically working with collaboration with different cities like University of College Dublin, UCD.
Okay, so like you have in collaboration you will get another money, and you have
No, so
scholarship is
basically,
different.
so basically this project was proposed by two different professors of two different colleges.
Okay.
One from our college, that was surprising, and second from the UCD. So then this project was selected for the challenge, and we got the fund. So
Okay.
both colleges will work together on this project.
Oh, that's nice. So, what are the like? I'm not good in maths. Seriously, I'm talking. I got only 54 numbers in my 12th. So, like, why you like maths so much? You both are doing PhD in math. That is a big thing. Why you have chosen this maths field?
So I work in the field of theoretical mathematics, and I mostly work on something called symmetry. So symmetry is simply the balance. So we get to see it everywhere in the nature. If you look at a flower, if you look at a human from outside, if you look at a car, if you look at an aeroplane, everything. So this is just an example I'm giving. There could be many other like this. So I work with symmetry, how it works, how to understand it better mathematically, because these days all we do is working with computers, and computers understand the language of mathematics. So basically, in order to code anything, we also need to learn mathematics, because we take the physical phenomenon in the nature, we translate it into mathematical forms, and then we again translate that into algorithms, and which eventually turn into codes that we work with using computers. So basically, mathematics is the language to understand many things these days. Without mathematics, every other field won't work. We need to use some bit of mathematics everywhere, and not just other scientific fields, but also fields like finance or business and stuff like that. But also, modern day is nothing without mathematics, and that's my motivation behind going for mathematics.
That's nice. That's so nice of you. So, do you want to say anything?
Yes, so
about
like in my case, I'm doing PhD in applied mathematics, so it is far away from the pure theoretical maths. So my period is basically interdisciplinary, so it involves various subjects. I can do some part of maths also, but it majorly focused towards the machine learning part. So my period mainly focuses on machine learning plus mechanics. So basically, it's basically an application-based project. So I'm trying to model a physical phenomena using machine learning.
Okay, perfect. So, I'm with another question that, like, how many hours daily you have to work, daily you have to study, you have to research? Normally, how many hours you study during the PhD?
So again, to answer this question, I think that there is no particular answer there. So it all depends on what you're working on. The first few years of your PhD, especially the first and second year, will mostly go on in learning things. And this is what I was telling you before, that PhD itself is a journey where you learn a lot. So the first 2 years you have to do a lot of literature review and stuff like that. And then it depends on your reception, like how much in a day you can study. And mathematics is a complicated subject. It can be easy if you know how to deal with it, if you get to go to the approach that it needs. So basically, it's difficult to say how many hours you need to invest in your PhD, but typically, I would say like a day job, you start at around 9 and you finish at 5, and in the meantime, you can take breaks. And it's not just mathematics, but I'd say any research field would need this much of time.
Okay, so according to you, like if you are doing PhD here in Ireland and if someone is doing PhD in India, so like is it easy here or is it tough here or is it equal?
Well, there are a few differences. First of all, the number of years it takes to complete PhD. The number of years you're given here for a PhD course is typically 4 years in Ireland, Republic of Ireland. In India, it's at least 5 to 6 years, depending on the colleges. Now, if you're good, you can finish it early. There is no harm in that, or no restriction in terms of that. But also, there are these other things that the environment that you work in. For example, in India, it's a bit conventional, it's a bit orthodox, whereas here it's a little bit open, and you get to meet people, you get to chat with people. You get to do that as well in India, but it's not as open as it is here.
Okay.
So I would say that here it's more like you have fun while working. It's serious, but at the same time it's fun.
Okay, okay, perfect. And this question is again for both of you, that what all other ECA, like extracurricular activities apart from PhD, what we can do, what the person who is coming here for PhD, what he can do, he can explore, or what are the things apart from PhD, like apart from your research, what is the things that we can do here?
So like being a PhD students, we get so many opportunities. Like we can organize workshops. We can also be we can organize a workshop. We also organize open schools. Sometimes we are also invited to teach or to tutor in the youth academies in the universities. So there are some of the places where our teaching can play a role. Apart from that, we have our Kingfisher where we can go for swimming or gym. There are so many sports activities also, like badminton. We can also play cricket, football. So there are so many options to play. We also have one our rowing club in University of Galway, which is very popular, and they also bring national medals, also international medals also. So that is too good. Apart from that, so basically Galway is called the culture capital of Europe. So most of the time of the year we have some cultural festival going on in the city. So you can also go and have a look at that also.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. And any suggestions or anything for the ones who want to come to Ireland for doing PhD?
Ireland is a beautiful country. It's actually very beautiful. It's a small island in the west of Europe, and it's all green here. People are very friendly. The culture is nice. There are many things to do here, basically, rather than just being a student itself. Like Vikrant already said, there are so many activities you can do: swimming, gymming, going for hiking. The landscape you can enjoy here. You can. There are many societies you can join. You can go for traditional music in the pubs, or like for example at the current time here in Galway, as Vikrant mentioned, it's the cultural capital of Ireland. There is this arts festival going on. You can go and enjoy the shows there. There are different displays and other things. So there are many things here. People are friendly. That's one of the biggest thing among the European countries and other Western countries. But also another thing I'd like to add is this is also the only English-speaking European country. So basically, a lot of software companies or medical companies, they have their base here, the European headquarters and stuff like that. For example, Apple, Microsoft, Google, LinkedIn, Intel, all of these things. So there are lots of opportunities, lots of things to do.
Okay, perfect. And let's come to the end. So what are the opportunities after this PhD if we are doing from University of Galway? So what are the opportunities? What's your goal? What's your plan? And what are the opportunities after the PhD in maths?
So I think it solely depends on the person who is pursuing the PhD. It's about their dreams and their careers and what they plan on doing with their degree. Like in my case, my background is theoretical mathematics, whereas also I do a lot of coding. So basically, I have both options available. I could go teach as a professor in the university, I could go for a postdoc, I could go back to India and opt for a job in the central universities if there are opportunities available. Also, I can go to the industries. So it really depends on what the person wants to do.
And you, Vikramji?
Okay, so like after PhD, there can be two options for me. One can be academics, or second can be taking a job in a corporate company. So like Ireland has so many opportunities, particularly for my field also. Like there are so many companies which hire people from a similar profile. Also from our school, also in the past, so many people have been hired in the various corporate companies across Ireland. That is one option. Second option could be that we can go for a postdoc and then we can apply the academics for permanent positions. Typically, it is not easy to get a permanent position in academics just after PhD. We need to have postdoc a couple of years. But after postdoc, it is relatively easy to get a permanent position, not only in Ireland, in a part of the world. Also, right now in Ireland, it seems that there are so many vacancies are coming for the position of assistant professor, that is lecturer of the barrier. So I look forward to it.
Okay. So finally, do you want to suggest anything to our viewers?
Well, the suggestion is, if you're motivated, if you know what you want to do, and if you love maths or maths related subjects, or if you want to apply mathematics in real life or in theory as well, or in other science fields, you surely should go through the website of University of Galway, and you can find the link to the School of Mathematical and Statistical Sciences, and you will find the profiles of the professors, the lecturers that are part of the school. You will also find the contact details of the PhD students, and you surely can look into what you'd be interested in, the topics and the areas that the researchers in the school are already working on, and you can try and contact them and ask them about the openings or positions, what scholarships are available, if they have any particular funding with them and stuff like that, and can apply for it. And then it's going to be a smooth process. You'll be here and hopefully a better life.
Perfect. And you?
I would like to add something on it, like that. Suppose if you want to come here to the city of Galway to pursue a PhD, then maybe in the last year of your undergrad or maybe in the last year of your postgrad, you can apply for IRC, because typically IRC take 1 year of time. So you can come in contact with a professor of your particular field of interest in University of Galway. You both can work on a IRC proposal, and so typically IRC application comes in the month of October. So you get to apply for the application October month. Then the results of the IRC come, the first round result comes in the month of February. The second round comes with the result at the end of April. So by the end of the April month, you will know that whether you got the IRC scholarship or not. And if selected, you can come to University of Galway in the same way in the month of September. So in this way, you can save some time. If you plan to go for PhD, it's better to start with IRC. And you can also, so with that, you can also start some small amount of work on a particular field also. I'd like to add one more point here, that suppose don't think that School of Maths and Statistical Science is limited only to the people from the maths background. Like in our school, there are people from different backgrounds. They're from maths, they're from physics, they're from engineering, they're from biomedical, bioinformatics, everything. So just don't limit yourself. Engineering as well. So don't limit yourself that if you're not from maths, you cannot do PhD in School of Maths. Just look for the project. If it's interesting, it is from your field, then go for it. Don't limit yourself just by thinking that you're not from maths. Like for me, I'm from engineering background, but I'm working in a School of Maths. Why? Because of the project. I like the project, that's why.
And also there is this thing called maths education. So if you're interested, if you're already a lecturer there anywhere in the world, and you want to know more about how to teach maths, how to teach in general, you can also do PhD in mathematical education or teaching maths. So yeah, you don't need to limit yourself, just look for opportunities that are there, talk to people in the school, and that's it.
Now this is an informal question. What about the Irish girls?
Oh, they're lovely.
What about you?
As Kaushik mentioned, yeah, they are
They are lovely.
Yes.
Great. So please share this information to anyone who have interest in PhD in maths. Thank you guys. So please like, share and subscribe this channel.
Thank you.
Thank you.